Hey, welcome to a special edition of Greenway Audio Magazine presented by Pinpoint Extracts. Pinpoint Extracts, the little vape that fits in your pinpoint pocket. How about that?
I love it.
I'm your co-host B.E. Dunn, here with host Tim Pickett, and today it's just the two of us. We're gonna wrap. We're gonna talk a little bit about one of the highlights of my year every year. We recently had the Greenway Industry Mixer celebrating the Best of the Industry awards, and one of the highlights this year was Tim was on location doing live recording with a slew of people that showed up to the event. We're going to talk a little bit about the event, tell you what you missed out on, and then we're going to cut to some mini
Yeah.
interviews with some of the folks that Tim had the chance to catch up with and talk a little bit about the Missouri cannabis industry and just, you know, shoot their shots.
Yeah. Yeah. It was great. We basically, I was on the outside part. So, which was, the weather was delicious until it wasn't. And then I was freezing out there.
Trops. Shout out to
Shout out to
Trops in the
Trops.
Grove.
Man, they really put on a good party. But
Speaking of
most
people that
importantly,
put on a good party,
Cannabis
Doug
Agency
and the
Doug
Cannabis Agency, Doug Hall, Susie Gonzalez,
Hall.
Abby
Abby.
Gonzalez, Izzy was out there shooting photographs. Like I'm gonna miss somebody, and now I feel bad that I started listing people by name. But that entire crew was just so fantastic, so accommodating, so helpful to everyone that was there. And Izzy's photos are just top
They're the
notch.
best, dude.
I love her. I love her smoke session photography that she does. She's got another one coming up around 420, I think. So should be coming up here in the next week or so. Check her out on Instagram. Find out when she's going to be near you. Go pay her money to take photos of you so you look better than you do in real life. That's what I do.
Yeah, she's great. She's awesome. Yeah, and I got to talk to Doug Hall, and he gave us a little historical rundown the his journey in cannabis with the Cannabis Agency and everything surrounding that. So that was fun. We got to talk to, I mean, so many people from different from accountants to insurance to bud tenders to heads of companies. On the branding side, we got to talk to Brian Fox, who does tissue culture. So it was really interesting. We got a wide range of people in the industry, which is what I was hoping for. So it was good. It's just little 5-minute interviews with everybody, and asked them who they were and why they were there, and everyone was there to celebrate the industry and the people that won awards that night. So it was overall
Not just the winners, but also the nominees.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the parts that people sometimes miss out on is, to me, it's almost as important to be nominated as it is to actually win.
Yeah.
Obviously winning's super cool, but I think anytime that you put something out into the hands of the industry and of consumers and you allow them to say, hey, these are the people that I consider important, or these are the brands or products that I personally favor, a nomination means a lot to me. As a person that uh, that hosts the awards and my company is behind it, I think it's very telling. And whenever we send out a lot of the letters and stuff, one of the lines that I always put in it is a nomination or a win showcase you as a leader in the industry. And I truly believe that. I believe that everyone that's nominated is being showcased as one of the best in their category, or one of the best brands or companies, or just people. One of the things you mentioned was Doug Hall. I don't know how much he got into his history with cannabis. I know you said he went down there, but I think a lot of people are undereducated about how long Doug has really been around cannabis. He was involved with St. Louis Normal over a decade ago. long before we had medical, long before we had adult use, Doug Hall was still out there advocating. And so while a lot of people just look at him as a promoter and, an industry figurehead that, works with all these different companies and brands and things like that, not only is he a dynamic and engaging character, but he's a true advocate for cannabis, that kind of flies under the radar a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, that you mentioned, Lone Wolf Genetics,
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing is really important work for not necessarily the present, but the future of the cannabis industry, because they're preserving genetics, they're preserving cultivars, they're offering a safe space for licensees and operators to be able to preserve their genetics so that whenever they do pheno hunts and things like that, they always have the source material to be able to go back on, so that you never lose the root of it. I won't dive too deep into what Brian does because he can do it himself, but the people that are in the industry that sometimes don't get highlighted as frequently as they should. Doug and Brian included in that. Talking to budtenders, budtenders kind of fly under the radar a lot. That's one of the reasons that we uh, introduced the best bud tender category a few years ago. And so I just think it's such a huge part of the industry as a whole is understanding the different elements of the community and how they've now integrated into the industry, in different roles and things they do. You were the one that got to talk to the majority of people on camera. I tried to filter some people over to you.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very stressful evening for me.
Yeah,
I
can imagine.
I enjoy being around people. I do not enjoy being the focus of their attention. And at one point, I was made to speak in front of people, and I thought that I would do a much better job because of the
Because
podcast
you
and
do
things
this.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What I've discovered is that talking to you, alone in my office and talking to one or two other people, is wildly different than talking to a room full of my peers and people that I look up to and admire. And that made me very uncomfortable very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. I was outside. But I'm sure you did a wonderful job. I heard nothing but great things.
I'm just glad that wasn't filmed.
It wasn't?
I don't believe so.
Dang it.
I hope not.
Oh, I hope there's some unreleased footage out there. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a great evening. And the thing I like about it is that it is different from other industry events. I feel like this is a true industry event. Like when you hear, hey, it's industry night at the bar tonight. It's the people that work in the industry that are going. And that's what this felt like. There are other meetings sometimes that I've been to, or conferences or get-togethers, where I'm like, I don't know if I'm on the level of what this meeting is. And the Greenway parties don't feel like that. They feel very welcoming, and it's people from the top to the bottom that all want to be there and celebrate. So I've been to every single one, and you're right. Being nominated is just as exciting. I think I've been nominated with whatever project I was working on at the time, maybe two or three times. I've won once. I've been shut out from nomination a couple times as well, which is just disheartening, like you wouldn't believe. But it made me work harder. So, and it eventually got me to the part where I did win. And that was one of the pinnacles of my cannabis career. So it is important. And I could tell just from talking to people, they agree. So yeah, let's get into some of these chats, shall we?
Shout out real quick to the sponsors of the events, Trops in the Grove, the Real Run THC Cannabis Agency, Doug Hall, Canvacate, Big Time Logistics, SoGanja, Vibe Cannabis. We wouldn't have been able to do the event without the support and hard work of the individuals that helped to produce it and were able to come out and help it be a welcoming and inviting atmosphere. So definitely wanted to say thank you to all of them.
Yeah.
Before we jump into the interviews, what was your favorite part of the evening?
The wide range of people. To be honest, I thought it would just be like bud tenders and brand ambassadors, and it was way more than that. So I was able to talk to a wide variety of people, and that was fun for me, to be honest. It wasn't the same conversation with all of them.
Some CEOs, some COOs, some presidents of companies, founders.
Yeah.
Good mix of people. My favorite part of the entire evening was something that I debated with Doug going into it. There was a saxophonist that played yacht rock all evening long, and whenever he first told me that, I was like, man, I don't know that that's the vibe. You know what? It was entirely the vibe. It was such a good addition. Doug Hall, most trusted man in event and curation in the Missouri cannabis industry and beyond. So I've talked enough. You don't get enough time to talk a lot of times whenever I'm here, because I say a lot of things and I fill the room with noise. So luckily for you guys, for the next 30 minutes, I'm not involved in any of this.
It's me with my nose running. What's your name? How are you doing tonight? So yeah, let's get into it. Here are some of my chats with the attendees of the night.
I'll see you next time.
Okay, we are here at the Greenway Mixer. State your name and what brings you here.
I'm Lala. I'm with Kind Goods. I am a cannabis specialist with Kind Goods of Soulard.
Kind Goods of Soulard. Love that location. You guys killed it on Mardi Gras. That's awesome. What is your favorite part of your job?
Working with my team is one of my favorite parts. Being able to be in the Soulard location, Cannabis Row for Mardi Gras was epic. But mostly the team, we're like a family. I learned a lot from the people I work with. So it's really a vibe when you come there, because you feel the mix of personalities and our familyship, like just leaning on one another. So I love that I was able to learn a lot of my career there. Like I learned a lot from my team. So it's very good.
That's awesome. And right before this, we were talking about your favorite products. Why don't you name a couple of your favorites?
I'm a big fan of the pinpoints. I love that they have the 2 for $60 deals for them a lot. Banana Runts is one of my favorite, the 1 grams, and Mimosa is to die for. Sometimes I get people looking for like the sativa ones. I highly recommend Durban Poison because it's one of the best ones. They have a lot of great products. They just came out with a flower called AB Parfait. So that was also nice with the Daybreak brand. So it was great just working with them. I love it, everything about them.
That's awesome. And I just want to make this clear. You organically came up here, right?
So I was a fan. I'm like, oh, there's a podcast. Oh my gosh, I listen in. So I'm happy that I got a chance to see you guys and speak with you.
Yes, thank you. We're so glad you're here. But we talk about Pinpoint all the time as they're a sponsor, and you just happened to walk up here. So thank you very much for talking with us. And have a wonderful time tonight. How about this? What is one special talent that you have that people might not know?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't have any talents. I don't know. I think I'm just a silly person organically. I'm able to connect. So I think is known at Kind Goods. Just my personality and being a goober. I'm a big goof. So
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and have a wonderful time tonight, okay? All right, I am here with Doug Hall. Doug, first question. You have so many companies, and I don't know which one to talk about right now. Please tell me
Here's the crazy thing. I only have one company. I've had the same freaking company since 1999. And I just do a lot of DBAs on top of it. But I feel like it's cannabis, and like, who doesn't have like 16 brands? The reality of it is we go by the cannabis agency now, and the biggest shift that we ever made was from Canvicate to that. So I'll give you a little history of why this happened. I started this business as Advocate and Associates. It's actually D-Advocate and Associates, as in Devil's Advocate and Associates. And it was a consulting firm that our whole goal was to like challenge you to be better at what you did. It just so happened Andrew Mullins hired me to do that for him early on, 5 so years ago. And I've always been a big weed person, and in the scene a long time ago, I was an activist, but I wasn't involved at that time. And when he did that, I was like, all right, it fits my model, because I was helping a lot of associations and I was helping a lot of small firms do shit. But we did that for about a year, and then rolled out Canvicate, where we're like, look, nobody's going to think we do weed stuff unless we put like a CANN on the front of Advocate, right? It was literally like a fucking cannabis condom wrapped around our like company's dick. Sorry, you might have to bleep some shit. Okay, cool. I don't care. You know that. Watch my show. All right. So it was a stressful day, kids, and we're just happy this fucking event happened. So after about a year, actually almost 2 years of that, and having people mispronounce it, Canadvocate, Canada something or others, it was a lot of stuff. Cannabis, cadavers. I was like, you know what? The reality of it is people started to think all we did was events. All that back office stuff, all the marketing stuff, all the things we do that's pretty much agency style was getting lost in the conversation. So I was like, let's just back it up and call it what it is, which is an agency that helps companies in cannabis. And that's what we've always been. And we left Canvicate to be like our street brand for like pop-ups and stuff like that. But the honest truth is I'm going to phase it out as soon as I can, because it's confusing AF.
Okay, so Run THC. Please explain that.
That's our consumer brand. So we do a lot of consumer-facing events for our clients. When people come to look and see what's going on, they're not going to go to the cannabis agency that's a B2B company and ask them what's happening. So we created a consumer-facing review, brand identity, kind of street kind of thing, so that we can take those thing is my business term for that. So we could take that interception that we have, or that interaction that we have with the consumers, intercept that information, that data, and then feed it back to our clients via the agency. So Run THC is really a street brand that's associated with weed events. People subscribe to our, like, so this event that we're doing right now, I had a list on Eventbrite under the Run THC page, and like 2 people came up to me at a Hash Up Mashup, and they're like, oh, I'm going to be at your Greenway Award event. I'm like, how the hell did you hear about it? I'm like, oh, we subscribe to the Run THC Eventbrite. I'm like, oh my God, it works. It freaking works, Tim. It works if you work it. At least that's what I hear.
It does. And I can tell you, every good event that I've been to in Missouri has been run by you somehow. So well done, sir, including this evening.
This is where I defer to my team, because I'm one of those guys that can't take a compliment. But thank you. I will defer to the team, not just because of that issue, but even in the thick of it, they just show up. I'm really lucky to have people that are both committed to what we do and committed to this industry. A lot of people coming out of the industry or being indoctrinated in it through the time that we spent because of all the pop-ups and all the other stuff that we do. We kind of, work our way insidiously into everything. But my team is gung-ho. I was thinking about this the other day. So I haven't said this out loud, but I hope they don't watch this, because I'm about to give them union rights and the shit. But I was like, holy shit. When we do a MoCan meetup, they get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. They show up in our office at 7 a.m. At 2 in the morning after the event, they're all at the bar high-fiving each other. I'm like, I've broken how many labor laws? And they're all stoked to do it. And they're stoked to sit there and get yelled at about maybe somebody not having a badge or whatever. And they don't care, because they love what they do. And for the most part, 90% of the people in this industry are freaking awesome to work with. And so it's kind of one of those things where I pinch myself sometimes, because I don't think I could pull this off without it being this industry and the right people who actually love what they do and love the plant and the product that they're doing it kind of for.
Yeah, absolutely. I can attest to that firsthand. I've been to many MoCan events where everybody is done with the event and going on to the next thing, and you guys are circling up to break it down. You set it up, have an amazing event, and break it down. So you guys are still working the whole day and night, and it's really amazing to see. So it does say a lot about you and your team. So well done, sir.
And we're having a good time the whole time. Don't get me wrong. And that's can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes too. I sometimes have a little bit more of a, like, they're not nearly having as good a time as I am right now, but I, whatever. I was up at 3 a.m. worrying about other shit. The point of the matter is that, what we do is fun. And if you do it right, and like, I still get compliments from board members. I'll be in an elevator exhausted after a long day at a meetup, and board member will walk in and be like, Dougie, great every time. And I'm just like that, it just feels so good. And the thing is like, but that's because, and I didn't even know this was going to go on a MoCan tangent, but the reality is so much gets done at those meetups. Those meetups are so crucial, not just for business and the trade, but for the trade when it comes to the political piece of it, to what needs to be done in legislature, to purely communicating out to the broad audience what the state of the market is. We're responsible for ensuring, whether it's figuring out a system to get people's phones in bags all of a sudden we didn't know that was going to happen. That got thrown at us, but we had another client outside of cannabis that we were doing this for, and we're like, all right, we already have a company. We know how the system works, and we were able to bring that over. But I understood why the need was there, and I know it made people more comfortable having a conversation in Springfield, which is what I'm talking about if I wasn't clear, that we had to do that in Springfield for the town hall, because we not only wanted the people in the audience to feel safe asking the questions they were asking, we wanted the people on the board and on the panels feeling comfortable answering said questions. So we knew we took a responsibility there, and we caught a little bit of flack, but at the end of the day, it went pretty fucking well and pretty smoothly for the most part. And so outside of my big ass bald head walking in front of the projector a couple times because I forgot we had a rear projector, that was me, sorry. It got to the point where it was like army crawling, because Mullins was back there, and I had to go ask him some questions, like army crawling under it like the second or third time. I'm like a 49-year-old man army crawling under a projector. Like what was that movie with, who's Michael Douglas's wife, the one that gave him the throat cancer?
Catherine
Zeta-Jones, like that movie where she like dumps under the, like that was me. I was like, I didn't have that ass, but I was just like going right under the fucking projector, like I got, like, going right back out. But I'll do that for this. I won't do that for a lot of other clients. But I love this industry for that reason. Like, we all do what we have to do, and that's kind of the model of how all these businesses and organizations do. Like, we're celebrating people tonight that no matter what their title is, they do like 9 other things. And they've been doing 9 other things for years uncelebrated. And it's really nice to see some that I've seen come up who came in young and, were bud tenders or, out there in the field doing field marketing. And now they've got, serious titles above them and bringing in their own teams. And it's like, it's the cream is rising to the top. Sometimes the scum does, but in this case, the cream does. And I feel good about that. Yeah. In some cases, scum and cream are the same thing, but we're not in that industry.
No, we're not. Sometimes I feel like we are. Well, Doug, I know you won't like this. No, you won't like this, but you are an icon, not only in the city, but in the industry. So, no, I've always been a huge fan. So I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate this amazing event. I'm going to have to turn this camera around so everybody can see what an awesome event this is, and highlighting all of the people that you just mentioned that came from a bud tender and now running companies. Like, that's really amazing to see. So thank you so much, Doug, and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks for what you guys are doing. And I love to riff with you, brother. But the truth is that it's kind of incredible. It's been a few years at this, and it's nice to watch, and it's nice to come and celebrate. So thanks for letting me rant for a minute. Yeah. Appreciate you guys.
My man.
Seriously. See you, buddy.
Okay. Welcome back. So we are here with
Jason Thurston.
Jason. So what brings you here tonight?
So I've been in the industry for about 2 years now. I've been a partaker of marijuana habitually since 21. First time I smoked was actually to help treat cancer. So I'm a big proponent of what the plant can do and thought I'd come out.
That's amazing. So what do you do in the industry? Like, what is your role?
So I'm currently a cultivator, and the thing that attracts me most to it and the thing I'm most passionate about is actually the presence of terpenes in plants and what they can do. I was part of a study a few years ago that basically taught me that terpenoline actually helps treat my inactive dopamine receptors and helps elevate my mood. So it's a legitimate way that I can treat my bipolar. And I've actually been able to like cut back on meds, and the thought that I could be in the industry and help this plant grow that has so much potential to do so much is just like incredible.
It is incredible. And when you were talking about that, it reminded me that people don't teach in medical school about the endocannabinoid system and what can be done with it, especially when it comes to terpenes. So I'm glad you brought that up. So as far as, you know, the industry, what is, I guess we could talk a little bit about products. What is your favorite go-to product right now?
Sure. So right now, my all-time favorite is Illicit's Clementine. It's a really good sativa hybrid, really good mood uplifting, and the myrcene in there is just enough to take away the anxiety that a lot of sativas have. My current favorite is actually Purple 43. It's an indica, straight indica or indica hybrid that actually has terpenoline in it, which is almost exclusively in sativa citrus strains. So it's a really unique construction to it, and it gives that mood boost with the same body high you expect from an indica. So it's a really unique strain, and that's probably my favorite one I've smoked so far.
That's amazing. Yeah, I don't see terpenoline in stuff a lot. So I'm actually glad you just schooled me on that. So you're saying it was sativa?
So the Orange 43, it's a sativa hybrid.
Okay.
And terpenoline primarily exists in like the citrusy sativas, your tangies, your orange genetics, stuff like that. And if you're able to cross it with a heavy indica, as in the case of Purple 43, you can actually get that to stick through despite the heavy indica, so that you still get that mood elevation along with the body high that just like relaxes and smooths the edges out.
That is amazing. I cannot wait to share this with people because that was extremely intelligent and very educating, and that's the type of stuff I want on this podcast. So, Jason, I really appreciate you sticking with us and chatting with us tonight. You also have your own podcast. You want to talk about that one on here?
Yeah. So I'm actually the co-host of the Magic the Gathering Cabal cast. We've been going for 6 years and actually have done a couple episodes on mental health and marijuana's use to help it, actually. So.
That's amazing. 6 years. Holy cow, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jason, for stopping by and chatting with us tonight.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you for letting me be here.
Thanks, bud. Okay, I am here with
Brian McKanna.
Brian McKanna. So, what brought you here tonight, and who are you with?
So I'm with Flora Farms, and you know what? I came out tonight because I wanted to support all the awesome people in this industry that we're honoring here tonight at the Greenway Awards, and it's just exciting because we have such a great group of people in Missouri, and I want to come out and just show some support.
Yeah, absolutely. And Flora took home some awards.
Yeah, what did we get tonight? Remind me. I know it was too many to count, right?
It was a lot. I remember seeing them up there. Okay, so are you so Flora, what are some of your favorite Flora products? I know you work there, but I know you have some favorites. So what would they be?
Yeah, I definitely do. So, I mean, for me, I fell in love with Flora with Bubba Fett. I think that's one that everybody kind of knows Flora for. But I will say our Peach Fuzz is an amazing sativa that's totally just like rocked my socks off. And that'd probably be my favorite right now.
Heck yeah. Okay, cool. So, so are you here in St. Louis, or are you Kansas City, or are you Humansville?
I am not Humansville, although it is a pretty fun name. No, we're actually we're St. Louis based, me and my wife Kat, and we've always kind of been just the east side Flora representation.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm so glad you stopped by. We're huge Flora fans, Flora Farms fans, F3. So have a wonderful night tonight. And Brian, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay, welcome back. I am here with
Catherine or Kat.
Kat. Kat, so nice to meet you. So what brings you here tonight?
The cool people. I love cannabis events. They honestly, stoners are some of the dopest people. I feel like they're just kind, sharing, and cool. So I'm here to hang out and meet some new friends, such as yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. I saw you subscribe to our podcast, so thank you so much. I want to eventually turn this camera around because the people of cannabis are freaking awesome, and events like this is so good. It brings together like the community of the cannabis industry. So I'm so glad that we do stuff like this. So as far as I know, you have connections to Flora Farms. What are some of your personal favorite products right now?
I'm a sativa girly. Anything sativa I'll pretty much love. And Blue Dream is one of my favorites by Flora Farms. Definitely check it out. Smells and looks and smokes wonderfully. But honestly, Flora flower is just a flower that we really love and believe in. So you can't go wrong with any of their products.
I agree.
Favorite.
Which one?
Blue Dream.
Blue Dream, absolutely. Yeah, huge Flora Farm fan. The story, the family, the little town, everything is just amazing. So I thank you both for stopping by tonight, and have a wonderful rest of the evening.
Thank you very much. It was nice meeting you.
Welcome back. Okay, I am here with what is your name? We kind of look familiar. We look alike. What's your name?
I'm Ryan Pickett. We are brothers. You're my oldest brother.
I am your older brother. What brings you here this evening?
Well, I came here to support you in this really neat thing that you have going on right now, and I dig it. The crowd is awesome. I'm here to hang out and have a good time.
Are you having a good time?
I am. Yeah, I got a smoothie that hasn't melted yet, but we're working on that. Maybe like 2 or 3 hours from now, I'll be able to have a nice little rum drink. Because it's 42 degrees where we're sitting right now, but we're making do.
Yep. We are. What do you do for a living? What pays your bills there, buddy?
So I'm a property and casualty insurance agent. So what that is basically like, your house and your cars and stuff like that. I work with, adjusters and stuff like that to make sure when there's catastrophes or something like that, to make sure stuff is taken care of and that everybody gets what they need to get you back to where you're supposed to be.
And we've had some casualties, some horrible things happening to Missouri lately. So I'm sure your phone has been ringing like crazy.
Yeah, and so since last Friday, there was a storm that came through that I haven't seen in like the 17 years that I've been in the business, that it lasted in each like demographic about 5 minutes at a time, but the damage that it inflicted was no one's ever, anyone my age or close to my age has never seen it before. So, and the result of that, from like Monday through Friday of last week, we've saw these unbelievable amount of claims and people that need help quickly and right away. So we've just been trying to make sure, kind of like bridge that gap and see what we need to do to make sure everybody is okay. First, like safety, save lives, and then work on what we can do for the house and all that's in the cars going forward, more or less.
That makes sense. Holy cow. What a crazy week this past week has been. So I thank you for stopping by, my little bro, and supporting me in this and everything I do. So thank you for coming out, buddy.
Yeah, cheers, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, bud. Okay, I am here with
Todd Hinrichs.
Todd. What brings you to the Greenway event tonight?
Well, we are with Seed to Sale CFO. It's a accounting firm specializing in providing accounting services and CFO services specifically for members in the cannabis industry. Okay. From everything from cultivators to manufacturers, producers, all the way down to dispensaries. If you're in the cannabis industry, we can help you out.
That's amazing. Brandon and I talk a lot about how important accounting is to this industry. I mean, we need accountants. So have you seen that need, or has it been hard kind of getting people into knowing that there are cannabis accountants out there?
We've seen it a lot. Tim, both me and the rest of my partners, we left public accounting, large accounting firms to come and serve this space because we felt that it was underserved. And, there's a lot of people that provide accounting services for all these companies out there. Somebody's got to be doing it, right?
but are they doing it right? And are they doing it with the customer's best interest in mind? So what we bring is that expertise of big industry, and help clients save more of their money.
So there is a difference then. So if I got my taxes done at H&R Block, I run a cannabis business, your services would be able to, you would know the regulations a little more. You'd know the legality of things that you can write off, things that you can't. Is that some of the stuff that you can do as well?
Right. I mean, I hate to be, an accountant or a lawyer, throw out a disclaimer right off the bat, but, it's not a blanket statement that everybody is, we're better than everybody. But as a general rule, yeah, we specialize in cannabis. That's all we do. And we're gonna find more ways to save clients money.
So how would we get a hold of you? Do you have a website we can go to?
You can reach our website at SC to Sales CFO. That's probably the best way to get a hold of us. You got a contact form on there. Hit us up on there. We'll get back to you shortly.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Todd, for stopping by. This has been great. So enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome back. I am here with
Kyra.
Kyra. I know you, Kyra. So what are you doing here tonight?
Well, tonight I'm here mostly just to mingle with everybody and say hi and, say what's up. But other than that, I'm representing Nature Med. We're a chain of 5 dispensaries in Missouri. We also have a couple dispensaries in Kentucky now, and we are in Arizona with our flagship location in Tucson.
I love Nature Med. It's one of my favorites. Personally, what are some of your favorite products right now?
Ooh, that's a fun one. The newest product I tried is by Bloom. They have an all-in-one vaporizer. I'm liking that. I got the Pineapple Express. I'm not usually a distillate person, but that's a nice draw, nice technology, really cool. But typically, I'm hash head, so I'm going rosin. I really love Vivid. I just got to go on a tour there a couple days ago, and it was astonishing. Oh my God.
That facility is like mind-blowing.
The level of care and attention to detail that they have is just phenomenal. I mean, down to spraying our feet off with ISO.
In every room.
Yeah, between every room. I mean, there's no cross-contamination. Nothing's getting in there. They just have the smiliest, most beautiful people. And every room we walked into, we were greeted with, hey, how's it going? Who are you? What's up? We do this. And it was just so cool to see so many passionate people in the same place, all loving what they do. And honestly, just as honored as I am every day to wake up and be in this industry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's freezing. But yeah, that place is unbelievable. Every room, every department, everybody is smiling faces. They enjoy what they do. The last thing I want to bring up, and people are probably sick of hearing about it. You are a sponsor for the St. Louis Ambush, and I brag about it all the time. And actually, you had me out to a St. Louis Ambush game with my wife and my kids, and we had a freaking blast. So thank you so much for that. How has that relationship been with the Ambush?
Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. Honestly, Brian at the Ambush was kind of my main point of contact, and he is just sweet through and through. He's always taken care of us and gotten us everything we need. And just getting to, meet the players. We were at the jersey reveal party at Tucanos, and just to see the smile on their faces and our logo front and center on the back of the jersey was insane. I mean, we've been with them for a couple years now, and I think in the future we'll get to do some cool stuff and expand that relationship a little bit. But man, it's just been a wild ride and just really cool to work with those amazing people.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you so much for stopping by. I'm a big fan of yours. So I really appreciate it. So why don't you go back up in there and warm up? But thank you for stopping out here in the cold.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back. I am here with...
I'm James Osborn.
James, what brings you to the Greenway party tonight?
Well, I work in the industry. I'm an extractor. I just got back to St. Louis, Missouri after being in Denver for about the past 6 years. So I'm really excited to be here and start a brand fresh and new in the market and put a footprint and start getting our product out there.
That's amazing. So you haven't been here really since it was pass medically or rec, right?
I've been in town a couple times. I've been in a dispensary twice, maybe, but it's pretty awesome being back here after living in this state for multiple decades, seeing it legitimized. This is really great and exciting.
Did you ever think Missouri would be passing this? I mean, before a bunch of other states.
No, I thought I was gonna be 80 years old when this would be going on. I figured they'd be the last number 5, maybe fourth state to do it. I thought the reservations towards the not just the product, but just how it's viewed. We're coming out of the dark ages with something where this is a holistic thing that can help people in a lot of different ways, not just kids with seizures, PTSD from soldiers, all that kind of stuff, cancer patients, the list goes on. So that is something that really inspires me to work in the industry and put out really good product.
Yeah, absolutely. Same with me. I did think it was very interesting. Like, we can't agree on shit here in this country, but 60-something% of Missourians voted in favor of this. So that really, it really blew my mind. So having somebody live here, then go away and come back, and it's, hey, what the hell? There's a freaking Greenway party and there's an industry involved around it. That's got to be pretty shocking, I would imagine.
It's shocking, and it's rewarding with what we've all gone through and other industries and what we've gone through here in the state. People were out there getting signatures for many, many years and many, many decades to try to get it this far, and people had to come out and vote. So thank you to everybody that came out to vote for this. The people wanted it for a reason, and it's great to see. This creates a lot of jobs, not just people that grow, not just people that create, people that can do the HR side of things, logistics side of things. It's the quality control aspect. It's really great.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking to accountants. You know, I mean, like, we need those in this industry, and they came from the big companies, and we're like, hey, no, wait, there's a need here, and that's what we need. We need more people from different industries to boost this industry here. So thank you for stopping by tonight, brother, and I hope to see more of you here around Missouri. So are you back here for good now?
I'm back here for good, for permanent. I just moved back with my family. I miss the family so much, and this gives me a legitimate way to make a living and be with my family at the same time, which is the only two things I wanted right now in my life. So,
dude, hell yeah, that's what it's all about, brother. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. Okay, welcome back to Greenway Audio Magazine. I am here with
I'm Nicole with SoGanja.
SoGanja. I love SoGanja. Their sodas are my favorite by far, but obviously you have other products. You have concentrates.
We do. We have concentrates, and then we have a sub-brand Akasha, which has infused pre-rolls, which are fabulous right now, and they're vacuum infused, so you can put them out and line them back up. There's a clean burn, even burn. It's amazing.
That is awesome. So SoGanja is really it's a staple in our house and has been for a long time. I know a lot of people are serious fans of SoGanja. How has it been keeping up with the demand of so many people loving your drinks?
So that's a great question. Being a small local company, it has been a struggle, but we have boosted up our equipment, boosted up transport, like we're on it now. So if you want SoGanja, we'll get you your SoGanja. But it's great. The popularity is amazing. We appreciate the popularity, obviously, but it has been, those growing pains are painful, but we're there. We're ready to, if you want SoGanja, it'll be in your favorite dispensary.
That's amazing. I understand the growing pains. Trust me. As far as new flavors, do you have any new flavors coming out?
So our current flavor that we just came out with is orange cream. So it's like old school creamsicle, dreamsicle, from the 80s and 90s, just like that. Perfect.
Oh, that's so great. So as far as, are there any dispensaries, I know you're all over, are there any certain ones that we need to send people to get SoGanja?
So we're in most of your favorite dispensaries. Good Day, Proper, 315. We're working on Kind Goods. We're right on the cusp. We're just about everywhere. I mean, we're really just all over the place. So, and if you go to our website, we have a find our product right there.
There you go. Perfect. Now everybody knows how to get them. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know it is freezing right now. So, one more.
My favorite, Sunrise. We're in Sunrise, all the Sunrise locations. Really? We are.
I love Sunrise. That's great. So they have awesome locations in Missouri.
They do. Their new Florissant location is super local. It's super. I love it. Like we're right there.
That's so great. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and talking with me. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, welcome back to Greenway Audio Magazine. I am here with who? Who am I here with?
Brian Fox, of Lone Wolf Biotech.
Brian, I'm a big fan of yours and Lone Wolf. Tell us about Lone Wolf. Tell us about what you do there and what Lone Wolf offers.
So Lone Wolf, we are a tissue culture specialist. So what we do for growers is we can create efficiencies in their operations. A lot of that is taking their mother room duties out of their hands, outsourcing it to us at Lone Wolf. So what we do is we can take genetics and we can bank them off-site in our in vitro growth chambers. So we provide growers with the ability to bank genetics, which gives them more rotation in their offerings. Mother rooms are extremely expensive to operate. Yeah. What happens in mother rooms as well is there is pest and pathogen issues. So what we do is we provide risk management as well. When you are banking your genetics in a third party location like Lone Wolf here, it's like the cloud. Yeah. It's like the cloud for your genetics, and you're building your reputation on your genetics as a grower in any state. So we can alleviate those risks of the mother rooms, typically put them with us. And then what we do is we can provide back those clean genetics, the tissue culture, clean mom plants back to those growers on their rotation. So we're able to save on labor, energy, pathogen, pest, put that on our shoulders. Let us take care of that. So that's really what we do.
I've been to your lab. It's amazing. The people you have working there are so freaking smart. I think, the idea that you have is brilliant. How has it been here in the Missouri market?
So the challenge has been to educate what tissue culture is and how that can be applied to a commercial operation. And it's taking a little time to get that across, and it's starting to now reap the rewards of this. So I work with numerous comprehensive licenses in Missouri, as well as the micro license growers, which I'm really rooting for those group. So I have several groups now who are hoping to come on board soon, and I'm ready there to be their service provider for what we do here. So it's getting exciting now. There's different things we're working on for compliance issues, right? So Lone Wolf, we follow the 2018 federal hemp act, right? So and we have a state and federal hemp license, so we do all that. But as we know, there's compliance under metric. So we are solving that by getting ourselves a metric ID as well. That's coming up very soon for us. So we can work with a lot of groups, but we want to work with all groups. And provide.
That's amazing. So where can we go to get some more information?
Yeah, you can go to lwbiotech.com. Our website there will give you all the information about our services. We work with commercials, but we also work with home growers. We work with breeders. The breeders are the lifeblood of the industry. And so working with the breeders, protecting their genetics is crucial as well. So we have a lot of smaller clients as far as their operation, but equally as important to what we're all trying to do here, right? And that's provide great genetics, great products for medical and recreational use. But yeah, that's what we're here to do. So
that's amazing. Well, Brian, thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us, and enjoy the rest of your evening, brother.
Tim, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Right on.